Yoga with David. Hopefully we're streaming here. Checking Facebook. Got one more minute before we get started. Yep, says we're live. All right. Well, welcome. We're going to be doing pretty much intermediate level yoga today. I'm going to give you some modifications. If you have a mat, have it lengthwise. You can practice without a mat. I've mentioned before, it's actually sometimes more difficult if you don't have a mat. You don't get as good a grip, but you can practice on the floor, carpeting. If there's particular moves that seem to be too much for you, just back off. I'll give you some modifications. You can just stop, look up, and really worry about yourself. In yoga, there's a lot of thought towards respecting yourself. You know, we talk about respect being one of the core values of the YMCA, and it's also a core value of yoga. The first limb of yoga, yama, talks about respecting others. And the second limb, niyama, really talks about respecting yourself. So you're respecting yourself, just doing this class, worrying about yourself. And then you want to respect the limits of your body, and you want to operate at the edge. And that edge is that point of resistance, and that's the most beneficial place for you to operate. So come on down to the mat. We'll start in child's pose. So child's pose starts from a kneeling position. Let your tailbone come back towards your heels and allow your head to come down towards your mat. You can have your hands next to you. You can have them back. You can have them outstretched. That's actually extended child's pose. Just settle in here and start to orient yourself with your space. Feel gravity pulling you down. In yoga, you breathe in and out your nose with your lips sealed, your teeth separated. In Sanskrit, it's pranayama. Your breath energizes your entire body. Concentrate. Deeply breathing in and out your nose. In Sanskrit, energy is prana. Breath is pranayama. Your breath is your energy. And the philosophy is that you lock that energy in with bandhas. Staying here in Balasana, child's pose. Pull up your pelvic floor. It's Mula Bandha. Pull in your belly button, engage your abdominal muscles. Uddiyana Bandha. These bandhas are your core lock, your root lock. Concentrate on breathing deeply in and out your nose with those bandhas locked. Concentrate during this entire practice on moving with your core locked and your breath deep. Work your way up out of Balasana into a kneeling plank. So you have your hands under shoulders, knees hip distance apart, flat from the top of your head right to your knees. Re-engage those bandhas. Feel them give you stability in this kneeling plank. And then push back to a very shallow child's pose. Start to move. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you push back. You're actually practicing a style of yoga called vinyasa. One movement, one breath. You move at the pace of your breath. Have the confidence to move independent of the instructor. You want to synchronize that movement with your natural breathing. If you want to add on from here, from that kneeling plank, simply bend your elbows, push back up, and then find that shallow child's pose. So you inhale, kneeling plank, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Feel your breath providing the energy for the movement. Do one more in each direction. And finish in a tabletop position with your hands under your shoulders, knees hip distance apart. Re-explore the core, make sure it's turned on. Bring your gaze forward, tip your tailbone up, and put a sway on your back. The cow pose. It's actually a version of upward facing dog. If ever upward facing dog, legs long is too much, you can just drop to your knees like this. Said that a healthy spine should be able to move in both directions. Just put as big a sway in your back as you can. The counter pose is an angry cat. Tuck your chin, push your spine into your shirt, big of an arc in your back as you can. There's actually another bandha. You tuck your chin, look back at your belly button, that's Jalandhara. Pull up your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Pull in the belly button, Uddiyana Bandha. Tuck your chin, Jalandhara. All three are called the Maha Bandha, the mother bond. As much integrity in this pose as you can have. Find a vinyasa flow by bringing your gaze forward. And an inhale, put an arc in your spine. And an exhale. One movement, one breath. Your spine moving fluidly in both directions. Articulating one vertebrae at a time. Appreciate the benefit giving your back. Just getting it to flow. This practice we're going to do today has a lot of back work. We're preparing right now. I want you to mentally prepare too. To be gentle with yourself, to respect your body. Not only respecting your limits, but by preparing for these moves properly. Let's do one more in each direction. And then reset in that tabletop position. Knees about hip distance apart, hands under shoulders. Engage those bandhas. Reach your right hand straight out. Counterbalance with your left leg straight back like you're standing on the wall behind you. Hips hovering over your mat. Energize with that Ujjayi pranayama, deep breath in and out your nose. Exhale, back to tabletop. Reset. Extend the left arm, right leg. Concentrate on breathing as deeply as you can. Those bandhas locked tightly. Feel the stability and strength it gives you in this pose. Exhale as you reset. Start to flow side to side. You inhale as you reach and lengthen. Exhale, reset. Inhale, go to the other side. One movement, one breath. Moving both limbs, it's too much. You can keep the knees down and just alternate reaching hands. Or you can keep the hands down, alternate reaching legs. Do what's right for you, respecting your body. Operating at your edge. Do one more in each direction. Reset in tabletop. From here, point your toes, your right leg reaches back, and then bend at the knee, pointing those toes up at the ceiling. This is the tiger's tail. You can feel your back engaged. Just hold here, the tiger's tail. If you'd like to go a little further, you can reach back with this left hand, opening the left shoulder. You might find that right foot. If you do, you can put a little pressure into the left hand. Be gentle. If it's too much, just put the hand down. Release, reset in tabletop. Point the left toes back. Bend, point those left toes up at the ceiling. Hold here, or you can reach back with this right hand. Find that left foot, put a little pressure into the hand. Then release and find a very shallow child's pose. Just to check in with your back, see how it's doing. Then come up right away, middle of your mat, up onto your knees. From here, extend your right leg out to the right side straight. Left hand down, inhale this right hand high. This is a kneeling side plank. From here, inhale and lift that right leg. Exhale, touch the mat. Inhale up, exhale down. This lateral movement is good for your hip. In a typical day, our body doesn't move sideways. It's important to do so. Appreciate the benefit you're giving your hip, your back, your entire body. You're building strength, endurance, flexibility, just simply lifting this leg, touching the mat. Do one more here. And plant that right foot as you push all the way up. Bring this right ear down towards the right leg, reaching this right hand down towards the right foot, and then inhale, left hand high. Build in resistance along that left side. It's one of the hidden secrets of yoga. You use your muscles in both directions. Contraction and flexion, extension. It's the healthiest way to use the muscles. Breathe into it, you're building muscle right now. From here, reset in that kneeling side plank. You can stay here. If you'd like to go a little further, you slide this left leg straight out in front of you. Push the hips high, reaching back with this right hand. It's a fallen star. It's really a beautiful pose. It's too much. Just keep that left knee down. Reset into that kneeling side plank and come all the way back to a full plank. From here, step your right foot forward, roll to the knife edge. That left foot can reach the right hand high. It's a supported side plank. There's a variation that's kind of fun if you want to pursue it. You bring the left leg under the right and then kick it up, capping the toes in a Brazilian kick. Then to come out, push all the way back into that shallow child's pose. And come up to kneeling. We'll do all that on the other side. So extend the left leg out, right hand down. Inhale the left hand high. And begin to lift and lower. Inhale up, exhale down. Explore how it feels on this side. Engage the core. Sure it's turned on. How much integrity you get with your core turned on, moving. What you practice here in the yoga studio, you take with you. It's winter. Sometimes we'll slip. There's your core. It'll engage. It'll be there for you. Maybe something gets stressful. Your breath is there. Concentrate on it. If you need energy, Ujjayi pranayama. Breathe deeply in and out your nose. One more here. Plant that left foot, push up. Bring this left ear down to the left leg as you reach this left hand towards the left foot. Inhale, right hand high, gaze can follow. Build in that resistance along the right side. Push into it. Energize with your breath. You build muscle all along that right side. Reset in that kneeling side plank. Stay here. Like to pursue that fallen star. You extend the right leg out. Push the hips high, reaching back with this left arm. Beautiful. You can reset in that kneeling side plank. Come to that full plank. Step the left foot forward. Roll to the knife edge of that right foot as you reach up. The left hand. Want to find that Brazilian kick? You just slide the leg under, cap the toe. It's a crowd pleaser around the holidays if you want to show off to your family. And come all the way back into that full plank. And from here, we're going to begin our sun salutations. So just step to the top of your mat. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders back and down. We're going to be doing these sun salutations edge to edge. So begin in Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale your arms high and then exhale into a forward fold. Inhale as you flatten your back. And then exhale as you step. Your left foot back followed by your right foot and your hips high. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And inhale, come to that full plank. Remember the variations. You can come down to your knees, or you can come all the way down to your mat, or simply bend your elbows, hover over the mat in Chaturanga Dandasana. Flip your feet flat, shine your heart in upward facing dog. As you tuck your toes, push your hips high back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift your left leg high in the air, single leg down dog. Exhale, step that foot to the top of the mat in a low lunge. Help it if you need to. You can inhale this left hand high, twisted low lunge. As you exhale, bring the hand down, step the right foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, hands high, sitting low, and Utkatasana, chair pose. Then exhale. As you come to mountain, you'll step across your mat. Inhale, arms high, in a 5-pointed star. And then exhale, forward fold at the other end of your mat. Inhale as you look forward in a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping your right foot, followed by your left foot back, hips high, downward facing dog. Forward to plank. Bend your elbows, hovering if you'd like in chaturanga. Flip your feet, shine your heart as you straighten your arms, and upward facing dog. As you push back, hips high and downward facing dog, let your chest drop. Inhale, right leg high in the air. Gently step that foot forward to a low lunge. You can twist if you'd like by inhaling this right hand high. Exhale the hand down, the left foot forward. Feet together if you like. Inhale, hands high, sitting low in Utkatasana. Exhale as you come out. We'll go across again. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stepping left foot, followed by right foot to downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Push back to down dog, hips high. Inhale, left leg high. Step that foot forward. Inhale, left hand high. Hand comes down, right foot steps next to left. Inhale, sitting low. Utkatasana. Exhale as you come out. We move across again, 5-pointed star. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step right foot, followed by left foot with hips high, downward facing dog. Forward to plank, lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right hand leg high. Exhale, step through to that low lunge. Inhale, right hand reaches. Exhale, forward fold, feet together. Inhale, sitting low, Utkatasana. Exhale, mountain pose. Beautiful. Sun salutation, Surya Namaskara. Fundamental part of just about every yoga class you take. All right. We did a half bow from a kneeling position. We're going to do one standing now. So from about the middle of your mat, you have your feet hip distance apart. From here, bend the right leg, grab the right foot, basic quad stretch. Bring your knees together. It squares the hips with the front of the room. You can let this right shoulder open, but keep the hips square. You can keep this grip. If you want to go a little deeper, you can grab your instep with like a hitchhiker thumb. Start with your knees together. Extend this left arm for counterbalance. You begin to push that right foot into your right hand. That right knee comes straight back. Resist the urge to open the hips. The standing half bow, also referred to as a dancer pose. I can turn a little sideways, give you a little better view. That leg just comes straight back. It's a beautiful pose. You see people doing it on rocky cliffs, split rock lighthouse up in Duluth. As you come out, bring your two knees together and gently release. Prepare to go to the other side. Re-engage those bandhas. Concentrate on your breathing in and out your nose. Just start with a simple quad stretch, knees together. You can allow this left shoulder to just begin to open. Just keep the hips square to the front. Maybe find that hitchhiker thumb with the ball of your foot. Right arm reaches for counterbalance. As you put pressure to your left hand, your left arm is the string on the bow. Come out, bring your two knees together. Gently release. Very nice. We're going to do one more. Actually, we're going to do two more half bows. Come back down to your knees on your mat. You can have your toes tucked if you'd like, or you can have your feet flat. Here's where respecting your body is so important. We'll start with the fundamentals. Your hips are square to the front, shoulders square to the front. Those bandhas locked. Your glute muscles tight, pulling up your pelvic floor and mula bandha. Belly button pulled in, your abdominal muscles tight. Uddiyana bandha. Inhale as you reach this left hand high. Exhale as the right hand targets the right heel. It's just a target, not a goal. Be very gentle. You can open this right shoulder, but keep the hips square. Feel any pressure in your back. Just come out a little bit. On an exhale, reset. Kneeling position. All right. Make sure those bandhas are locked. Inhale, right hand high. Exhale, the left fingers target the left heel. So again, it's just a target, not a goal. If you have full camel in your practice, you can allow this right hand to come back and target the right heel, but these half bows, I think, are safer, really more beneficial. And exhale as you come out. Begin to flow. Make sure your core is engaged. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you come out. Inhale as you reach and go to the other side. Exhale as you come out. One movement, one breath. If that pace is too quick, just slow down. You need to be very careful. The benefit to your back can be great. If you go too far, it can be hard, the lower lumbar. Feel those bandhas, your core, are protecting you. Synchronize with your breath. Do one more in each direction. And as you come out, find a very shallow child's pose. Little counter pose. Give your back a break. Check in, see how you're doing. Doesn't have to be extended child's pose. You can have your hands back, give you some support. All right. Come forward into a prone position on your stomach. Have your hands very loosely out in front of you, palms down. From here, bring your legs together. Engage those bandhas. Engage the glute muscles, pull up the pelvic floor, mula bandha. Pull in the belly button, engage your abdominal muscles, uddiyana bandha. Engage your leg muscles so tight that your legs lift up off the mat. Feel all that integrity in your lower body. And if you'd like, lift your hands, chest, bring your gaze forward. And just feel how important the core and the leg muscles are to the overall function of the body. Exhale everything down. Just turn your head to the side. Take a little break. It's just a little prep work for our last half bow. All right. Reset. Hands loosely out in front of you. This time have your legs hip distance apart. Start with the left leg. So bend the left leg so the left toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. From here, you can engage the left leg muscle so tight that that leg lifts up off the mat. If you'd like to go a little bit further, you reach back with this right hand, opening the right shoulder. You find the foot, the ankle. If that's too much, back off. If you'd like to go a little further, you can find that half bow by putting pressure into the right hand, the left foot. The right arm is the string on the bow. Be gentle. Listen to your body. Very gently, thigh come down and release. Extend that leg. Bend the right leg. Put as much integrity into that leg as you can. If you'd like to go further, just reach back with this left hand. Open that left shoulder. Put pressure to the left hand. Thigh lifts up. Very gently release and push back into a very shallow child's pose. Just feel that release in your back. As you come out, roll over onto your back. And as you lay back, your head on the mat, straighten both legs, bring the right leg straight up, and grab behind the calf. Keep the left leg straight, floating over the mat in a scissors position. Pull yourself up as close to your right leg as you can. You're plenty warm, so you can put a lot into this. Just hold here. Release, switch by scissoring your legs. Hold behind the left leg, pulling yourself up as close as you can to that leg. Release and switch. You can turn this into a vinyasa flow if you'd like. Or you can dwell on one leg and then the other, getting a little deeper stretch. But either way, pull your nose as close to the lifted leg as you can. Put a lot into this. By scissoring the legs, you're using the abdominal muscles in a little bit of an unusual way. Helps isolate those lower, smaller abdominal muscles. This work is difficult. The reward is great. By strengthening those lower abdominal muscles, you improve the strength of your entire core. If long legs are too much, you can bend at the knee, turn it into more of a bicycle. Do One more on each side. Then pull your knees into your chest, head lays back on the mat. We did a lot of back work here today. So we're going to finish with legs up the wall. If you have an ottoman, a chair, you can also use that, a wall. If you don't have those, you can just lay flat on your mat in Shavasana. Otherwise, bring your tailbone close to the wall, legs straight up. If having your tailbone right against the wall is too much, just bring it away from the wall, get a little bit of an angle. Once you settle in here, make sure your head, your shoulders are flat. Let your breathing become normal and natural, autonomic, if you will. Let gravity pull you down the ground. Bring your concentration to your natural breathing. At first, it'll feel like you're maybe manipulating your breath, but just concentrate on it. Your body knows what to do. It breathes 24/7. Resist the urge to move. Lay perfectly still. Remain perfectly still. Any thoughts that happen to enter your mind, let them go by going back to concentrating and observing your body breathing on its own. And just be. Start to bring your awareness back to your space. Being in the privacy of your own home, you can actually just stay right here for as long as you'd like. Legs up the wall. It's considered a restorative pose. Theoretically, the longer you do it, the more restorative it is. To come out, just bend your knees, bring them towards your chest, supported with your hands. And you roll through the right side of a fetal position. Keeps the heart on the left side lifted. Signifies the rebirth of your practice. Take your time. I'll talk a little bit. We'll meet together in a seated posture. The yoga practice is really a form of meditation. Concentration on breathing, asanas, bandhas. It's really a path that takes you deep within yourself. Final posture, laying on your mat or legs up the wall, helps to imprint the entire practice. If you happen to drift away, come back. It's called samadhi, the final meditative state. And either way, you've reset your mind, your body, your spirit, and you've given yourself a gift. You're more content, you're happier than when you began. You get to enjoy that the rest of the day. A great way to start the new year. Bring your hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you, my friends. Namaste. Hope you enjoyed the practice. Hopefully you respected your back and it feels good. Made progress today. I'll be back on Tuesday night at 5, streaming again. I hope to see you then. Have a great day.